All right, let's talk about your CRM, that customer relationship manager. We're going to look at how to take that thing from just a tidy, static list of contacts and turn it into your most powerful engine for growth. So the first question you got to ask yourself is this.
So I want you to take a second and really think about it. You've probably spent a ton of time cleaning it up, right? Maybe you even have a killer system for follow-ups. But is it actually an active, living network? Is there a steady flow of new, valuable people coming into that system? Yeah, I bet you're nodding along right now. It's such a common feeling, isn't it? You're doing all the right things, adding value, sending out helpful stuff, staying in touch, but it still feels like you're just kind of running in place. And that right there, that's the core problem we're going to tackle today. That feeling that your network, the very heart of your business, has just hit a wall.
I mean, this is the real frustration of it all. You've put in the work. Your CRM isn't messy. You're not just spamming people. You are genuinely trying to build real relationships. So why isn't it growing? Why doesn't it feel like this dynamic, living asset? Well, the issue usually isn't about effort. It's all about the approach.
Okay, so let's fix that right now. But it's going to require a pretty fundamental shift in how we even think about what a CRM is for. It's time to totally reimagine its purpose.
And this comparison really says it all. On one hand, you have the old view. A CRM is just a digital Rolodex, right? A static list you have to manage. But the new view, it's a living map of your relationships. It's not just about who you know, it's about how they're all connected to each other and how you can actually navigate that map to create brand new opportunities.
So, here's the crucial point. Your CRM's real job isn't just to store information. No way. It's meant to be an engine. And what does an engine need? It needs fuel. And for your CRM, that fuel is a constant, steady flow of new energy, new connections, real people you can genuinely help.
All right, so that all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? Where do we find that fuel? Well, let's get super practical. We're going to walk through 3 simple, maybe a little outside-the-box strategies that you can literally use this week. Okay, strategy number 1. This one is all about flipping the script. It's a super simple change in your approach that can completely alter the dynamic of how you reach out and connect with new people.
So instead of asking for someone's attention, you're going to ask for their advice. Think about someone in your industry you admire, or maybe someone who's just a little bit ahead of you on a challenge you're facing right now. All you do is reach out with a simple, genuine request for their perspective.
And here's why this is so dang effective. First, you're showing respect for their experience, and let's be honest, people really appreciate that. And second, you're starting the conversation from a place of pure curiosity, not a sales pitch. You're not selling anything, you're learning. And just like that, boom, you have a real, meaningful new relationship to add to your CRM.
All right, on to number 2. This strategy completely shifts the focus. Instead of thinking about what you can get, it's all about what you can give. I want you to think about the platforms you already have, your blog, your email newsletter, your social media. The big idea here is to collaborate within your content. Give someone else the spotlight. You're using your platform to lift them up, and this is the crucial part, you're doing it with absolutely no strings attached. And look, this does not have to be complicated at all. It could be as simple as writing a spotlight post about someone, or recording a quick interview. You could even just share a story about a local business you admire. Maybe co-write an email or a blog post. It's such a powerful way to kick off a relationship that's built on goodwill from the very start. Okay, that brings us to our third and final strategy. And this one, well, this is for anyone out there who cringes at the very idea of a traditional networking event. So forget those awkward, loud rooms. I want you to think small. Create what we'll call a micro gathering. It's just you and maybe 3 or 4 other people you genuinely enjoy talking with, grabbing coffee or hopping on a virtual call. The goal isn't to sell. It's just to introduce cool people to other cool people. That's it. And the invitation can be just this simple and low pressure. When you curate a small, interesting group like this, you're creating a ton of value for everyone who comes. And in the process, you're positioning yourself in a really specific and honestly, very powerful way.
And that really brings us to the big idea behind all of these tactics. Because it's not just about adding names to a list, right? It's about fundamentally shifting your role within your network. It's about becoming the connector.
When you start asking for advice, when you collaborate on content, and when you start connecting people, a really cool thing happens. Your marketing stops feeling like marketing. It starts feeling like, well, like relationships. I mean, it's right there in the name, isn't it? Customer Relationship Manager. This is how you manage the relationship part.
And just think about it this way. People who just add names to a list, they get forgotten. People who are always selling, they're tolerated at best. But connectors, the people who bring others together, they are the ones who are remembered.
Okay, so it's time to turn all this insight into action. Let's wrap this up with a super simple, totally concrete challenge to get you moving.
Here's your 3-person challenge. Step 1, just pick one of those strategies we talked about. Step 2, use it to add 3 new people to your network. And step 3, do it this week. That's it. It really is that simple.
Because it's so important to remember this one final thing. You know, we all get so obsessed with follower counts and having a huge audience, but the fastest growing entrepreneurs, they don't always have the biggest audience.
No, they are the ones with the strongest network. A network built not on just numbers, but on respect, on generosity, and on real human connection. So go build yours.